Siema, dziś kontynuujemy naszą przygodę.
¡Nadie aquí! ¡Ese tan... ¡Apunten! ¡Fuego! ¡Mátalo! ¡Mátalo! ¡Encontré a uno de ellos! ¡Ya puede correr!
O,
I was letting myself get distracted from the task at hand. The pirates wouldn't get everything.
cheers.
¡Ganaremos esta balacera! ¡Puta, que bailas! ¡Cúbrame, cúbrame! ¡Te vas a morir, hijo de puta! ¡Háblame algo! ¡Muévete! ¡Madre mía, qué dolor!
Ale pokaż główkę.
¡Ah, me clavaron el brazo!
Dobra. Nie. Będziemy zobaczyć ten list, co tam było napisane.
The dead guys looked like soldiers in one of those Central American guerrilla armies. Pirates with a manifesto. Psychos with a dream. That sort of bullshit. This was where Marcella was supposed to be sleeping. Passos had the name of the bar where I was drinking my life away. I should have put things together then, instead of waiting for De Silva to walk me through it real slow.
Okay. Jakiś kawałek z tej broni.
The radio. Maybe I could send out an SOS.
Disparos en la cubierta inferior. Vete a ver qué pasa. Asegúrate de que los burros no derrochen municiones con los tripulantes. Todos los demás siguen buscando.
It certainly wasn't the first time I'd woken up with a hangover, long after a party had turned sour. The need to get out of the boat's hull and onto the upper deck as soon as possible was countered by the probability of running into another hijacker. I had to move carefully.
¡Está ahí!
The fire was sucking oxygen from the room. I didn't care if I got shot the second I got out of there. I needed one more gulp of fresh air before I died. It was like the need for a wake-up whiskey after a 2-day bender. How to shut off the fuel feeds.
Jakie masz
Move, Max.
A, jak to ma ten.
I shut down one engine, but it didn't make much difference.
Jeszcze, dobra.
There. I could breathe again. Now the boat could get back to smelling like suntan oil, stale margaritas, and greed.
¡Cúbrenme! ¡Ahora mismo! ¡Sí!
So this was the famous Panama Canal. We could have gone to the moon. While I'd been dead to the world, some of my shipmates were just plain dead. Where had they taken them?
Get the fuck off me!
Przeżyła?
It was a different scene than the one I'd stumbled away from.
O nie.
Where was everyone? I still didn't know what the hell happened. The guys up ahead weren't dealing with passengers like the rest of them. Maybe I should have realized then that this was no ordinary kidnap job. Something on the boat had attracted the sharks.
Ja bym im pozwolił wziąć to, co tam jest, no ale...
¡Todos al suelo!
Ja chciałem zobaczyć statek cały. Wiesz? Oczywiście. No, żeby przejść. A tu?
Whatever they were looking for appeared to be gone. I had to save some valuables.
¡Puta, aquí no hay nada! ¡Miguel! ¡Vení para acá!
Czy ktoś jest? A za kim ja się schował?
There was something firing these guys other than good old-fashioned socialist zeal. What were they looking for?
Dostał jak. Slow-mo jest cudowne.
I was on a ghost ship in a ghost canal. The whole thing creeped me the hell out.
No dobra. Tego się nie spodziewałem.
¡Ánimo! ¡Ánimo, hombre! ¡Esto es marica! ¡Lo que muy rápido se puede!
Wiesz co? Jeszcze?
¡Alto! ¡Quédese ahí! ¡Qué tonterías!
They didn't help with my sea legs, but they sure as shit felt good.
¡Anda, anda! ¡Está abierto! ¡Alto, soldado! ¡Venga! ¡Deje las mariconadas, hombre!
Szczerze, ni chuja nie wiem jak ja to zrobiłem, no ale dobra. Bierzemy kałacha. Nawet nie widziałem gdzie i kiedy.
Daphne's ship was always stocked.
¡Anda, anda! ¡Está abierto! ¡Alto!
Piesko. Czytamy sobie.
Maybe there was something on the bridge. I checked every other inch of the boat.
Dawaj to.
I spotted Passos and Marcelo. If I'd known back then that they'd been up to no good while I was fighting my way through a band of violent paramilitaries and a worse hangover, I might not have wanted to get over to them so bad. Hey, Passos! At the time, I hadn't thought too much about this. I hadn't thought too much about anything. Now I remember it, it didn't seem quite so kosher.
What about, what's her name? Daphne.
Do whatever you think is best.
I think it's best we try to go find her.
Yeah, okay, let's go. Yeah.
See? I didn't think Passos was a bad guy. He didn't need to try to save this woman or the crew.
Through here. Didn't realize you knew your way around here. They were using that building to get across the canal.
¡Muévanse, muévanse! ¡Está ahí! ¡Ándale! ¿Dónde, dónde? ¡Mierda!
Come on, we're gonna get her, let's get her.
There was some equipment in the truck next to me. It'd be a shame to see it go to waste.
Come on, I don't know how much time we have. Truck, get in.
O, pokaż główkę.
We can get across up top.
Ale to jest złoty kawałek, to pasuje.
Not bad.
Ty, jakie uniki dzikie. Jeba.
I don't know what I expected to find. On a boat full of drunks and bullshit artists, I'd been the cabaret act. Shooting whatever came in front of me was easier than coming to terms with that reality.
No, you don't! Ah!
¡Coño de su madre!
Wszyscy. Dawaj mojego złotego koła.
Fancy seeing you here.
Co tu jakieś
That looked like
zakończenie?
the way up, but it was locked. I had to find a switch. There was probably a
Switch?
control console behind the desk. It was nice to see a friendly face in Panama.
Nie? Ma się ten refleks.
¡Ahora la muerte, cabrón! ¡Que estoy bien duro!
I por favor.
¡Coño! ¡Qué daño!
Nie powinien być w stanie trzymać w ogóle kocha teraz.
¡Ah, puta madre!
O ja puta mamy. Chodź tu. A ten? Żadnej złotej broni, no. A no.
I needed something to help me adjust to being back on land.
¡Hombres, adelante! ¡Cúbranme, marica! ¡No me puedes matar!
If I turned my back, I'd get a bullet in it. I blocked out all my questions. All I thought about was getting to Daphne Bernstein before it was too late. Jesus Christ.
Ale jadka.
This is brutal. I didn't think things would be like this.
A prawdopodobnie sami zabił.
I should have jumped in that goddamn canal myself and swum my way back to New York.
Let me ask you again, Max. What do you think you were really doing in Panama?
I was drinking.
People died. Innocent people. Who do you think robbed you?
I don't know. I was told it was people who disliked Daphne Bernstein, something about an unpleasant divorce.
Her ex-husband worked on Wall Street. Do you think he has easy access to Panamanian death squads?
Guess I didn't really think about it.
You were smuggling something, weren't you?
No. I mean, I didn't realize it at the time. I didn't think too much about it, but yes, Marcelo did drive off with something. I don't know what. I didn't see him until we got to Brazil a week or so later.
I think it was money. I think Marcelo and Victor have a friendly banker there in Panama. Your little cruise was to deliver the cash to him because there it's easier to launder.
But I thought the Broncos were rich.
Rodrigo's rich. The other two, they live well, but they don't have real money. Victor's campaigns were always financed by his brother. That is the way among certain rich families there. The eldest brother is the king. You know, he gets everything. The other two, not so much.
And now Rodrigo's dead.
Exactly. And Marcelo, too. It's an awful tragedy for Victor, huh? A man running on a law and order ticket, you know, whose brothers have both been killed in such terrible circumstances. A true patriot.
What about Marcelo?
Marcelo was an idiot. Were this true, I certainly don't believe he could possibly have known about it. But I do believe some other scheme, you know, some other bullshit. Whatever that cash was, Victor could have talked him into something. I don't know yet.
And Passos?
Well, Passos is a bum ex-cop. He failed in America, failed in São Paulo. He was surrounded by more money and more poverty than his tiny little head can handle. You think guys like that can't be bought?
No, but if...
But nothing. He's probably not a bad guy. He's just a man caught in the crossfire of a very rich family.
What about me?
You. You're the fall guy. The American. Running around, acting like the action hero. Killing lots of people. You're a stroke of genius.
That ain't how it is.
You were an angry ex-cop. You were sitting in a bar with a history of violence and a history of a bad temper. You were perfect.
Me and Passos went to the academy together.
Did you?
I don't fucking know.
Okay, let's take a drive, Max. You want to do some good? Want to get yourself killed in a good cause? Then I need you to check something out for me.
Like what?
That incident at the favela today. Now, some of my officers say a bus drove off some captives.
They did, I saw it.
But no captives were ever booked.
They probably handed them off to the paramilitary death squads, the,
Caixa Preta?
Right.
Who did?
I don't know, the cops. The other cops, the cops who shoot on sight.
The UFE.
Right.
Max, you see that building there?
Imperial Palace Hotel?
Yeah, that's what it says. People go in there, in large groups, under armed guard. But it isn't a police station, and no one comes out of there.
Why don't you just go in and bust the joint, get a warrant?
I'm only a cop, Max.
So you keep saying. Time to find out what was going on here. I didn't fancy booking myself in the presidential suite, so went looking for the basement. I wasn't too excited about the acoustics in this place. A couple of gunshots would sound like I'd walked in here with a goddamn marching band. It wasn't pretty, but I guess none of what was about to happen was gonna be.
z butelki.
It was the question I kept on asking myself. How could I have been so blind? I was convinced the Broncos had gotten the wrong man for the job, but maybe De Silva was right. I was the stooge. The bad joke everybody got but me.
Już musi być. Jednak taki chuj, góra.
Puta, tá pesado pra caralho. Ele tá cheio de chumbo. Ah, comeu boi.
Co? Zobaczyć, co tu się dzieje. Badaj
Either
noże.
those guys wheeled their trash out on stretchers, or something was seriously wrong here. I hadn't slept in days. I need Ufei.
Skrzynkę?
Was there anything they didn't have a grubby hand in? A few days earlier, I'd have called it a coincidence, but I'd written off too many of those already.
Mogę to wejść? Serio?
The Imperial Palace Hotel was a five-star, bona fide shithole. I needed to find out why guests were checking in by the busload and checking out by the bag load. Maybe the service would be better upstairs.
Mesma coisa.
O quê?
Você não tá fazendo nada, tô fazendo...
Permissão pra atirar!
Weź.
Eu tenho aqui, ó, filha da puta! Uma bala pra você! Filha da puta!
O, granatnik! Ja weźmiemy. Mogę to wziąć? Wezmę granatnik. Ale weźmiemy też złotą broń do RPG. Będzie grubo. Jeszcze jest? A zostały 3 naboje. Prosto w niego. Nie prosto w siebie, ale kurwa się odjebał, dobra. No. Kurwa ma.
Mesma
A
coisa.
to wszystko od początku.
Você não tá fazendo nada.
Jest ten grafik. Wydać. Już wziąłem, także nie trzeba zbierać. Jedną paczkę.
Tô preso aqui, acaba com esse cara!
tu. Czy ktoś? Weź. No, cisnę.
Te peguei agora! Vou dar uma corrida pela! Tô na minha dele!
Tam jest jeszcze dwa. Się schował. W ostatniej chwili widzę, że tam jest złota broń. To. Strzelba. Tu zejść. Jak ty się... Jego. Były w ogóle materiały. Panie.
I needed to find a way upstairs. Surely nobody would notice another hole in the wall.
This? Spotkałem, nie?
Passos's ID card. It was no great surprise he'd made their hit list, but to discover he was really Colombian? No wonder some locals seemed to laugh at his accent. What else had he lied to me about? De Silva and I had the same fan club. I knew enough, and he knew too much. We'd both become targets.
Rzuć sobie jakby...
I knew this thing was bigger than me. Bigger than the Broncos, but I only had a glimpse of the whole picture. Like looking in the mirror and for an instant seeing what everyone else sees. A bad caricature of a better man.
Dobra. Dzielnie będzie złoty RPG.
Buffet. That deal at the favela was getting dirtier by the minute. Those bastards were clearly in bed with the Crusher Prado. Now we just had to find out why. Starting with a bit of bedtime reading for Mr. De Silva. When you've lived the kind of life I've lived, reality comes at you through a different lens. But nothing could have prepared me for what was on the other side of that door. I had to get those poor bastards out of there.
Get him out of here. Go. Go. Wait. I said get... Serrano.
Serrano. He looked pathetic. A man defeated. I walked away and left him to his own personal nightmare. Whatever hell this was De Silva had sent me into, I knew I had to put an end to it. I had no choice but to push on. I didn't understand everything, and I never would, but I understood enough. Sometimes a complicated problem is best tackled with a simple solution.
Okej, na dziś to tyle. Dziękuję wam ślicznie za oglądanie. Widzimy się w następnym odcinku.